Thank you, Pete. A lot of people might be escaping to the high country this week after seeing Pete's forecast.
Yes.
You know, when it comes to home improvement and DIY, you know it. Debbie Hernandez is our go-to gal.
Yes.
You're always kind of on the lookout, latest trends, greatest kind of innovations, and you just got back from another huge convention in Vegas, the National Hardware Show. How was that?
It was great. You know, there's so much to see, and it's, you know, a long days, but it's so much fun for me because I get to see, you know, there's an inventors row, a new products row, you know, there's all kinds of wonderful things to see of what's coming and, you know, what's going to be new and exciting in the realm of hardware.
This is Debbie's Disneyland. And I did coin that term
so
right now.
Fun. That's right.
We're going to start with this because
Yes.
this is so unique. And if you are like a handy person or you're hanging things up, I mean, how convenient.
Yeah, this is a silicone device that you can put on your belt. It's also magnetic, so you can put it over on your toolbox or what have you. And it's got a ton of different size receptacles for screws and bolts and whatever you need that you could have handy right on your person or on your toolbox. And it really makes it easy instead of like Caesar, our cameraman, as he puts them in his mouth. You don't want to do that because it can,
Caesar, we don't want you to
you
swallow
can swallow
that.
them and they'll show up on an x-ray. So this is something that was really cool. Then we had stuff like a magnetic device that goes onto a screwdriver, and instead of, we've got a demagnetizer and a magnetizer for screwdrivers.
We're going to show you that video as soon as we can.
That's it. You put it up, and then, so this is the device that's on my person, and this was really cool. Again, the receptacles for the nuts and bolts and whatever you need, and it is magnetic. And then the next one was the this one is magnetic. You see how they don't stick. This goes right on top of your screwdriver, and then it makes it magnetic. So when you're trying to hold the screw to screw it in, this really does help. So awesome. And then you can demagnetize it. And then the next one was really cool. This one is an adjustable bit that does countersinking for you, but you don't have to change it for each type of screw head. So this was super cool. Not out yet, but it's coming. I mean, I just thought that was really fun. So then the next one is this. This is a device, whenever you're drilling a hole, the wood gets stuck in the hole saw and you can't get it out. This one is demonstrating that this device, you put it in your drill underneath the hole saw and it pops the wood out as it's drilling the hole. So this is something that is a magnificent invention and really is going to be useful once it comes out.
And hopefully it comes out soon, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what else are you showing us?
This is a really cool rake, Rako. This one is a retractable rake, also a pooper scooper, also it's got a bottle opener on it. I know, right? And then it also stands up by itself. So whenever you have a rake and you have to lean it up against something, it's really helpful that it stands up by itself when you retract it.
So convenient.
And then we've got this ratcheting tool belt. I thought this was genius. You just put it on and then ratchet it, because guys are always saying their tool belts are falling down, the buckles don't stay. So this one ratchets to get to your desired
perfect
like I know. Sorry. And then we have a foldable cart that is really cool. You can see here, this one unfolds, and then when it's tough enough to sit on, and then you fold it up, and it's just perfectly compact. And I thought that was super cool for, you know, small spaces.
So convenient,
I know. So I'm going to have a lot more in the next segment to show, because it was really exciting. And then throughout the year, I'll have segments of all the stuff that we are going to have at Home Depot, and it's really just an exciting time.
Some of these products are like, oh my goodness, that makes so much sense. Why haven't they been out before?
I would say to everything, duh.
Duh. Debbie's Home Depot,
yeah,
or Debbie's Disneyland.
Yes.
And you'll be able to find it at Home Depot. We'll have more coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. Thank you, Pete. We are back again with Home Depot Debbie to show you some DIY inspiration this Sunday morning. She just went to another big convention in Vegas. What was this one?
This is the National Hardware Show, and it showcases all the new stuff coming in the hardware world. And you can see here, this is, it's for the back of a pickup cab, and
cool.
it's a tent that pops up and then it just goes back down. This is called a convertible bench, and the benches fold down and create a table, like a picnic table situation. So if you have two of them, you could turn it into a picnic table. Then you could put one bench up and turn it into a desk or a seating area. So there were so many cool things about that. This is like a Roomba for your grass. It's a perimeter, like I said, a Roomba. they put a wire in the perimeter so that the device knows to stop where you want it to stop. So it only does it where you need it to do it. And it cuts your grass, and it works on a battery charger. So it's super cool.
What? Could you do this for a big space, or it would be like a small yard?
Well, it's probably best for a small yard, but they have different levels. So it goes on up for bigger yards. And then the next one we have is very similar to it, and you could see it on the grass here. And it will learn your route, and it will stop again at the perimeter where it needs to. It's super, super cool. But they also have them for pools, pool cleaners. So they're wireless, they charge up, and it goes into your pool almost like a Hayward does, but that's on a hose. And so that's coming up in the next video. You'll see this one right here. You could see it right here. It's wireless,
so
and
it's on the bottom, the ground of the pool.
And it also goes up the side as well.
Wow.
So it really cleans your whole pool without having, you could see here, it goes up the side and goes sideways.
How much do you think something like this would cost?
I really don't know. It's not even out yet. So it's coming, but it's new technology that is just unbelievable to, tend to your yard, tend to your pool, and not have, any hoses or anything like that. Then we've got, next is this. This is super cool. This is a shed for bicycles. So, you don't have to use up your garage space, use up another shed, and it's low to the ground. Just lift up the lid and put your bikes in it, and then they're always easily accessible whenever you need them.
Oh, that's
convenient.
convenient.
And it really keeps them nice from rusting and, getting dirty, and so that is super cool. I really thought this was interesting, because it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it really serves a purpose.
How many bikes could you put in there? A couple?
I think up to 3.
Okay, so like your spouse,
and I think
kid's
they
bike.
have different sizes, and whatnot. And then next we have their switches. So, for Airbnbs, rentals, or any type, when you have multiple switches, you don't know. You hit every switch to figure out which one goes to the fan.
Sometimes
which
I
one
still
goes
do
to
that
the
in my
light.
house.
So they had a product here, which is coming up in the next slide, which is putting on nice looking labels. And so this is a device that just snaps onto any rocker switch. And so I thought this was super cool, and it looks really nice, and then you don't have no more guessing what you need. It really serves a purpose again. I mean, you can make your own labels, but this is very professional looking and really, looks nice.
I can't believe this hasn't been out yet before.
Well, there's again.
You're like, wait, I should have thought of this,
Oh
and then
my
I could be a
gosh.
millionaire.
Exactly.
Darn.
Millionaire. Then there was another thing, again, this is the before and after for the switches, just to show you what a difference it would make. They had also, this was really cool. This is like an all-in-one outdoor kitchen, and the top was automatic with lights and louvers that close and open in, different types of weather. But it had your cooktop, your sink, your fridge, and everything, and it comes, and you just build it in your backyard, and it's all done.
Wow.
And you don't have to, have an elaborate setup or, build anything yourself. It's all ready to go. So I thought this was a pretty ingenious idea as far as, just boom, you have a pop-up outdoor kitchen.
Wouldn't this be nice?
Wouldn't this be nice?
And I like the black. That is certainly very in
very
as well.
sleek looking.
So as far as what happens, so these are ideas. Are these going to hit the marketplace? How does that work?
Right. So it depends on what their plans are and how well it is received, who picks it up, that kind of stuff. But these are all kind of ideas that they're wanting to put out on the market, and some of them, like we said, are no-brainers. They need to be out there, and others maybe won't make it, but
the pool cleaner certainly would be nice. I'm sure that would be expensive, but so many of you have pools, and cleaning your pool is never a very fun task.
Super important.
Home Depot, Debbie, back from Vegas. This is always fun. I always love when you go to these conventions and give us like the new greatest thing that likely will be coming to a store near you.
Very exciting, yep.
Thank you. Get some rest. I know those are long convention days.